Hi there, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daycheck with Queen Bee Creations, and I appreciate you being here. Makes me feel like I'm not just talking to myself. I thrifted this. Now, I get that it's in rough shape. I get that it's pretty grungy, but it's also kind of cool, right? It just needs a little bit of work. So, you know, a little bit of paint, a little bit of zhuzhing, we could be there. I think it was $1. So, you know, sometimes it's got a hanging hook. There you go. It's kind of hurting in the back. So what I am going to do is I'm going to pop out and I'm going to spray paint it white. Now, I'm on the dregs of this can. So what I am going to do is I'm going to focus on the outside spikes, which would be a pain to hand paint, because if I have to hand paint something, then I'll hand paint like the back and that kind of thing. If this doesn't go far enough, if it goes as far as I need to, then I'm good. Then I'm done. That's okay. But it's a nice sunny day out there, so I'm gonna pop it out, spray paint it, let it dry. Y'all know how to spray paint, so I trust you to do that part without having to see the magic of it all happen, and then we'll reconvene with what else I'm gonna do. My wreath is all dry now, and it looks so much better. I did do the back as well. I had to take some of my all-in-one paint, just reaching for the little hanger to make sure that I know which way is up. And what I want to do now is I am going to use some Sola Wood Flowers. So these are very soft, bendable wood flowers. And I've got them in some soft greens and pinks and, you know, a little bit of mauve. And I certainly have lots in the natural tone in different sizes. And what I thought is that I'm just going to glue a mess of these all around so that we have the inner space here full of the flowers, and then we have those outward white spikes coming out. That's the plan. So I am looking at filling, you know, I was debating, I still haven't decided whether I just fill kind of, you know, the C and we leave the side plain, or if we do the whole interior round and then just have the spikes coming out. In my head, I was looking at the whole interior round just as a change from just doing the C's. But I'm gonna kind of roughly get it laid out and see. So let me pull you in overhead just so you can see some of the balancing that I do, but I'm gonna lay everything out with no glue so that I can still maneuver everything around and see what's what. Okay, I think you can kind of see most of it here. And so what I'm looking at is starting with some of the more distinctive florals and just seeing what I can do about spacing. So what I don't want to do is, I have 5 of them. I don't want to do 5 evenly spaced. I don't want everything to be totally symmetrical looking, because that'll be kind of off. So even though this seems clustered there, and I said that I'm not doing a C, I think that I can do, you know, a little heavier in some spots, if that makes sense. So then I need to balance that. And I'm looking at, you know, some of these smaller flowers being something that I would tuck in after if I feel that it needs it, right? I can add in. What I'm looking right now at is I don't want it to go way too far off the beaten path. So see, like that would be a spot where I would maybe tuck that way down in there. But I'm worrying about those after everything's glued, because as I try and push them in, it's not going to happen. These definitely feel kind of squeegee to me, like I need to wash my hands. They have a weird texture. It just kind of gives me the heebies. Small price to pay for art. So I'm just kind of starting around those pinks and seeing how it sort of builds. Like that one, I would actually do that way, but he doesn't want to stay there. Let me see if I can stick him in. So some of them will be positioned a little differently just because I can hold them till they're sort of glued in place, but I can't do that just yet. Okay, my goodness. This is gonna use a lot of flowers. I just want to kind of roughly get things situated. So see, I have the purples. I don't want to have every one of those at the front edge, so I'm moving some to the back edge. I have some littles in the softer colors. I'll grab those after. So maybe a darker green over there. See, at this point, if I don't fill it all in, it's going to look patchy, but I have to. I think maybe I need to start looking at, I have some of these kind of daisy looking things. I'm thinking I need to break up some of the color a little bit by adding in maybe some of these cream ones here and there, just to give it a different feel. Yeah, it needs some of the cream. Hopefully you're seeing that in there too. Hopefully you're saying, yes, yes. The cream is needed. And you just keep playing. You just keep pulling in things, tucking them in spots, seeing how it goes. Kind of like you in there, but I start to lose those. Oh, it's a lot of rearranging. Do a big cream. You'd be tucking out under there. So it's hard to imagine it 100% in place because the shape of it is a little bit different than it will be once everything is fully anchored. If you're kind of there. I think I need bigger than you. Like you. Okay. I'm not minding that. I have some small little pale green ones I can tuck in. I have lots of the other cream ones to tuck in. I have these in a different color if I need a different shape. So, all right, I think what I have to do is start gluing the foundational ones down, like this big guy. And then I can start to, okay, it's a start. Then I can start gluing in around. And it helps me angle the others better. With these flowers, you may find that the stem on the back is too big. So they're very spongy. Just take some scissors, trim them down so you've got a nice, easier, flatter edge to be able to glue in place. I'm a little over halfway and most of the plan has stayed true to itself, but you know, you kind of keep going along with the idea that, you know, sometimes the balance gets thrown off a little. I'm thinking that, and maybe that. Okay, let's get the white one. So, you know, I still have some sort of laid out roughly where I want them to go, in particular, you know, these pink ones, so I don't lose sight of that. But then I look at what I've done. So I'm thinking of this green one in here, nestled in there, because it will balance against the green here, the dark green, which there's not lots of, and I don't want it to overwhelm or overpower, but you can see the balance of the purple ones kind of in there alternating, but not being perfect, right? We're not looking at, okay, this is exactly where, you know, the other one is, and we're just kind of building as we go, and just keeping a little bit of an eye on the color balance as we do it. All right, let me just see where the hook is. This is the finished wreath. I like having it with the circle and then popping out the side. These little wood flowers are so soft, they're so light, they're so easy to be able to glue into place and to kind of create some variation, whether you're squishing them all together like this, whether you're kind of blending them in with other elements. But it certainly makes for a fast way of being able to recycle an old wreath and create a little bit of interest, and they can be dyed any color. I bought these ones pre-dyed, but you can dye your own. So whether you take these and you tea stain them, or you mix up a little bit of paint and water and then just dunk these in there for a light dusting, there's a lot of versatility to them. And it's kind of a fun, quick way of being able to, you know, finish off a bit of a wreath. Let me know what you think of this one, guys. Very quick. Certainly you could replace the wood flowers with any other little flowers that you've got, but we've now upgraded a $1 find with a little bit of paint and just gluing a bunch of flowers on. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.